Hi guys, welcome back to Everything and Anything. We have a special guest with us, Mark from Uplands Peak Sanctuary. So Mark, if you would just like to tell everyone what it's about and what your main goal is.
Sure. So Uplands Peak Sanctuary is the first and only farm animal sanctuary in Indiana. And for those who don't know what a farm animal sanctuary is, it's a place where we rescue and rehabilitate farm animals, and they just live out their lives here. We also promote veganism and try to get people to come to the sanctuary and experience farm animals as the sentient beings that they are. And then maybe when they go home, they'll make different choices about what's on their plate. And let's see, what else? So yeah, we're one of the few. There's not a lot of farm animal sanctuaries in the country and the world, so it's pretty cool that Indiana has one in its own backyard, especially given our relationship to industrial agriculture here in the state. So we're excited to be part of Indiana.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, obviously, as Mark had pointed out, this is, in our backyard. It's in Salem, Indiana.
Not exactly our backyard. We live almost 4 hours away. But...
Yeah. And for Jordan's birthday, we actually, we would like to plan, like kind of like a birthday trip
up
to
there,
or down there.
I've been vegetarian for over a year now, so I'm totally for veganism and not eating meat and things like that, because I've seen like YouTube videos from slaughterhouses and I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, cool. Well, we hope you guys make it down.
Yeah. And we hear that this is also a non-for-profit. How do you take donations, and is there anything that you guys would like the listeners to know on how to make a donation if they would like to?
Sure. Yeah, we're a 501c3, so just means that we're tax exempt, and anybody's donation they can write off on their taxes if they so choose to do something like that. And we're pretty much 90% run off individual donations. So a lot of people think, oh, you're a nonprofit, you get like federal grants and money from the state and all this stuff, but that's not how we get money. We just get money really from donations. We get a random grant here and there, but for anybody that knows about grants, usually there's strings attached to grants, so they're for something specific. They don't just go into your operating budget. So it's very easy to donate. Our website is www.uplandspeaksanctuary.org, and there's donate buttons all over that page. Or, of course, you can go to Facebook. I think it's / Uplands Peak Sanctuary. There's buttons on Facebook to donate. If you want to mail us a check, you can mail us a check. Really a lot of different ways people can send money. We try to make it as easily as possible. So.
Thank you, Mark. And we will be sure also to include that information
Yes.
In the video.
Yep. If you could explain more about veganism to John, because he eats everything.
Well, everything and anything. But
Well, I haven't been vegan for my whole life, really a relatively short period of it, only about, I guess it's getting close to 5 years now. So I ate anything and everything for most of my adult life too. but yeah, veganism is just it's really about leaving as compassionate a footprint on the earth as possible, but it mainly focuses on animals. So a vegan doesn't eat any type of animal product. They don't consume any type of animal product. They don't wear any type of animal product. So basically, they try as much as possible not to exploit animals in any way. So, it doesn't mean we don't have pets, but usually a vegan will have a shelter pet, that they rescued, not a one that's been bred. And typically vegans don't ride horses, and really we just try to let them live as natural life as possible in this world, understanding that you can't just turn a herd of cattle loose on the street, because they've been bred to be docile and they would be killed pretty quickly, just because of the way they've been bred. But yeah, it's mainly leave animals alone.
Oh yeah. So then let me ask you a question. What was the turning point for you then? To become vegan? Yeah.
Well, my wife was vegetarian, who is also, her name's Michelle. She's the co-founder of Uplands Peak. So she was vegetarian. I was vegetarian at home for a long time. She read a book one day called Farm Sanctuary, which Farm Sanctuary is like the flagship farm animal sanctuary in the country. They're really big, do a lot of advocacy. But she read a book by their founder, and said, "Oh, I'm not going to eat animals. I'm vegan now." It's like, oh, okay. So, like all smart husbands do, I was like, oh, okay, well, she didn't say you have to be or anything like that, but she's a very intelligent woman, and I trust her judgment. So I started looking into it and saw Forks Over Knives, which is, pretty much everybody's seen by now. And one day, though, the tipping point was 2 weeks after that point. I heard a Gary Ukrofsky video. He's a huge animal rights activist, and I just heard it in the other room playing on her computer, and I was like, oh my God, there's really no good reason not to be vegan when you come down to it. So it's like, it's the single most important choice you can make in your life, for the environment, for animals, and really for your personal health. More and more we're learning. So, yeah, it was like, I'm in. I just stopped that day.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate your openness and honesty about how important it is, to kind of take this as a life lesson.
Yeah. Also, there's plenty of documentaries on Netflix, which John doesn't have, that can teach, like, what the hell Forks Over Knives, things like that talk about animal agriculture and veganism, and things like that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of it's just education. I had no idea. It's like, it doesn't say cow on a package of meat at the grocery store. It says meat, and your mom and dad say eat it. It's good for you, and it gives you protein, and you be healthy. And so, it's just becoming educated, and there's information on all. And you can watch Earthlings and really just be in the face with what's going on in animal agriculture, or you can do Forks Over Knives or What the Health, and that's a really much more Ghost in Our Machine, subtle, education to what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I've had vegan products before. I had vegan pizza. I had vegan ice cream before. It's not bad, and vegan meat. So don't knock it till you try it, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So, Mark, in closing, is there anything anything else that we have not covered that you would like to or that you would like our listeners to know?
Just we have, let's see, 8 pigs, 3 cows, 3 roosters, and 5 goats right now. So that's important to know. And again, it's like, really, it's great if you support an animal sanctuary, but we really want people to come visit. And, people are like, oh, I'm already vegan. It's like, well, sometimes vegans are a bit disheartened because all they see is the cruelty that goes on in animal agriculture. So I think it's really helpful for them to come out too and experience an animal that's really enjoying life. I mean, we have a couple of pigs, Lucy and Tulip. They're best buddies. Lucy fell off a transport truck when she was that big. You can't see on the radio, but she was no larger than a big house cat at the time, and was picked up by someone. They found a sanctuary for her. She'd been here. She was didn't really fit in with the other pigs at that point. She was trying to get into the herd, and it was a little hard for her. And then one day we got Tulip. So Tulip was rescued from a factory farm. She didn't meet industry standards for weight when she was born. So basically what they do is they just kind of smack them against the concrete and kill them because they don't want to put the money into them. So Tulip was smuggled off the farm, stayed with the family, came to visit us. She was like a little depressed and overweight. But anyway, so now if you see these 2 guys, it's really no different than imagining your relationship with your best friend. I mean, they argue, they snuggle, they, are together pretty much 24/7. It's a really interesting bond that's no different from dogs, cats, monkeys,
Right.
So,
and people, I mean, a lot of vegans say that if you say you love all animals and you're a meat eater, you really don't. You only love certain animals.
Yeah, you're a dog lover or a cat lover or a chimpanzee lover, or it's interesting. We live in a world where someone will see a lion killed on television and lose their mind, and then as they're eating their hamburger and not make the connection. So, we're here to help them make the connection. So,
right. So, I recommend everyone going vegetarian or vegan, but that probably will not happen for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, when people have the freedom to do whatever they want, obviously there's going to be those people that, are just going to be in their own little way. So,
I mean,
it's someday it'll be like smoking. It'll be legal, but it'll be very clear the risk to your health, and so you'll make that decision. The sad thing and the hard thing with animals is, a cigarette doesn't get hurt when it's smoked, only the smoker. But, it's a little different when another being's involved. They don't have a choice, so they're just at the mercy. That's why places exist like Uplands Peak, because we try to give them a voice that they don't have out in the community and in the world. So,
yeah. And we definitely appreciate that, and we honestly cannot wait
to come down this upcoming summer.
So yeah.
Well, tell everybody to come down for Peaks Giving. Like once a year, we do a compassionate holiday celebration where we have a big vegan spread, and we have Christine from Will Travel for Vegan Food is the guest speaker. you get to watch a big pumpkin feeding. It's just a really great day, and it's our big fundraiser. So if anybody out there is interested, tickets are available on our website, and it's really a fun time. And if you guys next summer come out, but then come to Peaks Giving too the following year, you'll really enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to see where next year takes us with our situation.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, with the station and everything, and and everything else. Well, Jordan, you may, I think I don't have any more questions for Mark. Do you have any questions for Mark?
No, but vegans also say that, like, humans, they choose to eat meat when their teeth aren't made for it, like a lion's. Like, it's different when it's prey versus another animal than when it's a human eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, there's really, the only thing that you really have to work on is your vitamin B when you're vegan. There's really no other, and the only reason that is because animals eat dirt when they eat their food. So vitamin B kind of comes from dirt and metabolism and so forth. So there's really more and more research about there's no health consequences. There's no consequence for not eating meat. We choose to eat it. We do it because it tastes good. So.
Well, I think the one thing that is kind of a consequence of eating meat, like especially when you're a casual meat eater,
heart
is
attack.
Heart attacks, heart disease.
Oh, yeah, consequences of. I meant there's no consequences cutting it out of your diet.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
leaving it.
meat eaters always, with vegetarians and vegans, they're always concerned about protein, because apparently they think we can't get protein anywhere else, but that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's protein. Most vegetables have protein, and it's another just a myth perpetuated by the meat industry, dairy industry, that you need all this protein. Humans really don't need that much protein, And there's like ultra runners, and I think the deadlift record just got broken this week by a vegan bodybuilder, power lifter. So it's just, it's, you choose not to. There's no reason really for you to need to eat meat.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, I believe it's time to close this up. I appreciate you for coming to interview with us. And we would also be uploading this podcast tomorrow. And if you want, I could send you the link through my email.
That'd be awesome.
And maybe you could put on your on the Facebook website or.
Yeah, I'll probably post the podcast, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mark. This is John Graham signing off for Radio for a Cause.
This is Jordan Queen signing off. Bye, guys.
See ya.